celebrating Soha's 25th birthday and the culmination of nearly a year of community projects where we've worked with lots of residents and staff who've come together to create their own pieces of creative writing about community. So we're a community mutual landlord, and it's been lovely, particularly coming out of COVID, to enable people to reconnect and enable us to create something together, and tonight we get to share all of those things.
I wasn't surprised my landlord was getting involved with creative writing. In the last 8 years, through Tenants Times, they've done one project or another in different areas of where they have houses, and this seemed to be another step up to their interaction with tenants and the community.
I'm the artist who's been working with Soha and the communities of Soha over the last 9 months, and we have been exploring these ideas of community, home and belonging. Where do you belong? Do you belong in a place? Do you belong with people? Do you belong in a setting? Is it a feeling you get? Do you belong with yourself? It's such a rich concept, and I've really enjoyed working with these communities. And what I've found is the simplest creative activities can bring out very rich sharings from the group. So we called this project Playing with Words. We felt that some people could be a little bit nervous, a bit distanced by the idea of poetry, which is this perhaps more formal idea where you need to know the rhythm you're using, iambic pentameter and the rhyme structures and so forth. But actually what we want to do is just people to have fun with it. Playing a rhyme with words, literally that. And actually it's the conversations that bubble up around the creative activities, and sometimes that's where the gold lies. So it's almost capturing that gold as it bubbles up, having meaningful, authentic connections with each other about things that matter to us and what brings meaning to our lives. I want everyone to come away feeling like they are more able to share in future.
I'd seen him once or twice in town. He swung me round and round. I had red hair then. He said he loved my hair, the way it shone under the lights. We danced all night.
This evening we have a mixture of performances, spoken word pieces, more sort of formal poetry, short stories that have been written. Others have got a combination of live music. We've got some light-hearted pieces, we've got some more melancholy pieces. We've got a huge mix.
They talk about being proud of what their child might be. I stop and I swell with pride for what my child is, my son.
Attending the workshops gave me confidence and courage to explore my more creative side of my life.
It's really sparked or re-sparked my interest in words. I love words, I love language, I love the English language. I was able to leap onto a hobby horse and go galloping off into the distance. Storm Eunice made its presence felt one chilly day in Feb. It whipped up power lines and water pipes, but help was on the web.
Listening to all the different responses to the same stimuli, they really provoke some quite deep responses, sometimes from quite simple things. I found that very interesting and rewarding.
One of the things we've tried to do is link up different parts of the Soha community together. So some of the extra care homes with the schools, with the other community groups, connected with churches and other establishments. I'm like a custodian, and I take the creative work and I take it round between the different groups. And in doing that, everyone adds a bit, and everyone says, "Oh, that was lovely. Thanks for sharing that. Here's what we're going to add to it. This is how that touched us."
We could be friendly people whose eyes light up with joy whenever they look at passers-by, whose smiles are warm as summer's sun, whose hands are there to help the world and share their love with all who need. We should be friendly people.
They will have gained confidence in their own ability to express themselves, and maybe a reduced feeling of, oh, is this good enough?
I've always been fine at teaching poetry, other people's poetry, but not confident at producing my own, and certainly never performing it.
It gave me the confidence to apply for a job, helping other people with citizens' advice.
Genuinely, art is not my forte. However, I was genuinely surprised how I enjoyed the event, and I think I have acquired a new hobby.
I weep like a child for the past.
back to the sea.
What I learned about the people in the Soha neighborhood is the diverse talents in the community.
I would hope that there'd be a connectivity and an aid to building the community, I think.
Realising that there are people with skills and aptitudes and interests that are similar to mine or very different, but still people with much to offer.
I think it might have reawakened my use of language, my interest in language.